Your attention, please. It's Happy Haunts Month at the computer. You'll be exposed to games with explicit violence and gore. These are not for the squeamish. If you're easily frightened, turn this video off. If you're under 13, go to bed. If you're over 21, get a job. If you're still watching, you're sick. Now remember, it's okay to scream. Just don't forget to smash that like button. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to get back to my literature. Oh, this is gonna give me nightmares.
Welcome to Happy Haunts Month at the computer. Warning, this game is very gory and violent. We're going to be playing horror games all month long on our show. We're kicking it off with my favorite game, one of my favorite games of all time, Resident Evil Director's Cut.
Just make sure you have a parental guardian with you if you're under 17.
Oh, what's going to happen here? The reason this is my favorite Resident Evil, like the game is great, the story is great, the live action FMV sequences, like, even watching it as a kid, it was cool. Watching it today, it's so fucking great. Another quick tidbit. This is the ugliest title screen.
Oh, what are you talking about?
Resident Evil trademark, Director's Cut, DualShock trademark version. I just like you have two trademarks on there, umbrellas protecting their copyrights. All right, we're gonna just jump into a new game. Let's do beginner, just that way I don't die.
Hey, that's a bottom frag
No, what you say I should do original? No, we'll do beginner.
Resident Evil.
Jill Valentine. Also, this game is cool too because for its time, you could pick two characters and they have slightly different stories. But we're going with Jill because she carries more items. That way, I don't have to do a ton of backtracking.
Yeah.
And she's cuter.
I remember when this game came out, people thought you were like a loser if you picked Jill a lot. It's like, oh, you didn't really beat the game.
But then, like, you have to play both sides of the story. Yeah. And Resident Evil 2 made that clear. Anyways, absolutely I love the story of Resident Evil. This opening sequence is one of my favorite things in video games, and I feel like this doesn't get brought up enough.
Alpha Team is flying around the forest zone situated in northwest Raccoon City, where we're searching for the helicopter of our compatriots Bravo Team, who disappeared during the middle of our mission.
Found it?
No, I haven't found it yet. Bizarre murder cases have recently
he misspelled
occurred
bizarre.
in
I just
Raccoon
noticed that
City.
for the first time.
Jeez.
Also, they have a Japanese person in Colorado. Hey, that's fine. Horror and raccoon. Like, I love the story of Resident Evil. As a kid, like, I loved Dawn of the Dead and stuff, and this, like, was amazing. This, like, world building, like, it's still really fucking cool. All right, there's mysterious murders going on. Like, I'm someone who's obsessed with, like, serial killers today and, like, true crime. Now, this isn't true crime, zombies don't exist, but, like, just the setting immediately. All right, stuff's going on, you're sent into the woods to investigate. Already, that's spooky. I also played this, like, right after, like, Blair Witch came out, like, a little bit before Blair Witch, but same era of just, like, spooky shit going on. Again, best live-action filmmaking. Got good cosplay, Barry Burton, Albert Wesker, before he turned into a superhuman.
Before he was Matrix.
Oh, Jill, the actress, is pretty cute here. Chris Redfield, you don't trust it. I've always imagined, I never did this sketch, but I wanted to do a sketch where it was like Tommy Wiseau directing this, because it's like,
oh, hey, he's over here.
Yeah.
Oh, hey,
that
doggy.
looks cool. God, this is so rad. Like, it's cheesy, but it's so endearing.
Well, even then, like, as a kid or growing up, this was scary. This was not cool.
Hell yeah. Uh-oh. Because you still don't see the monster. Like, the first time playing this, I thought they were, like, werewolves or something. You don't realize it's just the Cerebus dogs. Oh, no. Hell yeah.
Barry stands and fights.
I also like, too, this was shot on video and not film. But yeah, this looks dope. I'm disappointed this isn't in, like, the Resident Evil HD remake. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Also, you gotta think about Albert Wesker, not to spoil it, but Albert Wesker is, like, acting. Oh, what an unfortunate incident.
Oh, no,
I
did not see this coming. We better run.
Cuts to this cheesy
drawing.
Yeah, computer graphic. Hey, I like it. Oh, man. And they really were proud of that.
Do you think that was like a director's dog or something?
Oh, love this.
Oh, this is rad.
This is so. We get this in color now. It's in black and white. I wish every Resident Evil game had this going forward. Like, look at this cute Jill cosplayer.
Yeah,
So
or
cool.
it should be like an unlocked. I have to beat the game,
Yeah.
get some FMV.
Like, Resident Evil 7 should have had this. Barry Burton. Oh my god, Rebecca's still really cute. Oh my god.
I love these horrible outfits too.
Yeah. Well, Jill's costume is so goddamn confusing. Like, I don't understand. She looks like she's wearing armor. Oh, look how that looks great. So you get this really cheesy FMV, and now, okay, the game begins. Every time you load the game, you get this little text thing, like, "Are you welcome to come back into the world of Resident Evil?" Like, it's exciting. The nightmare was just beginning. All right, best voice acting.
What is this? Wow, what a mansion!
Captain Wesker, where's Chris?
Stop it!
I just like all the
Don't
sound
open
design where they
that
put the
door.
footsteps in. Clunk, clunk, clunk.
Chris is-
Where's Chris? Uh-oh, something's going on.
What is it? Maybe it's Chris. Now, Jill, can you go?
I'm going with you. Chris is our old partner,
I love how animated they are when they swing their arms.
Okay, let me.
Just
handle
very,
this.
like...
That's how I talk.
Yeah.
Frank, do you want to go? And I just swing my arms out.
Very loud-ass footsteps.
Stay alert.
Well, even for its time, these graphics, like, this is on PlayStation. I was used to playing, like, Super Nintendo games, and now this is, like, these
full
pre-rendered
3D,
backgrounds.
yeah.
Yeah. The one thing that still sucks years later is the door animations. The Resident Evil DS version is the best because you can press start to skip them. We're still in the actual cutscene.
A dining room.
Well, like, I love the sound. Okay, now you're actually playing. Now as a kid, it was like, whoa, wait, this is that was the cutscene. Now you can actually play. So anytime I would like play any of these PS1 games, I would just go around, press X, and inspect everything. Oh, this is the best line.
What is it?
Blood. Jill, see if you can find any other clues. I'll be examining this. Hope this is not Chris's blood.
One thing I love too is like no matter how long you stay in here, Barry Burton will just like inspect the blood by looking back and
Oh, there's
forth.
blood, all right.
He's a very
There's still blood.
still blood. Barry is investigating by just nodding, looking at the blood.
Yes, blood.
But yeah, as I was saying, is like anytime I'd play these games, I would just go around the room constantly pressing X, just running into the rooms, just like mashing X on everything. All the animation stops as you just inspect everything.
Well, a big thing also, it's like these older Resident Evil games were a little bit like adventure gaming.
Oh, absolutely.
So like it kind of helped if you did that.
Yeah, because you'd find random stuff.
Yeah.
Anyways, not to move at a glacial pace. All right, so Barry Burton's going there. I heard a gunshot. Let's go investigate what's in here. Got these slow door loading animations. But the one cool thing is, if you were very tense, this would be like a breather, or it would ramp up the tension because you don't know what's on the other side. All right, I think the gunshot was coming from over here. I hope nothing bad's gonna happen.
I'm sure
there
it's gonna be fine.
were some dogs outside, but in here it should be clean and safe. There was some blood, but someone probably cut
Probably
themselves
gonna
at
be like,
dinner.
the butler.
Oh, another good ass cutscene. That cutscene was actually really creepy as a kid.
This cutscene's still kind of creepy.
Yeah. Oh, this bald man, what's he doing? He's still eating dinner? He should be in the other room. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Is his skin gray? Oh, what the hell? He's got lipstick. Looks like a clown. All right, so little tips and strategies. I don't even have my gun equipped, but you don't have to waste your bullets. Just go out and let Barry Burton take care of it. Mm-hmm. All right, Barry Burton's done inspecting.
Barry?
Then protect me. Barry's got a badass gun too.
No, it's a monster.
Let me take care of this.
He's got that Magnum.
Barry Burton didn't even like ask that guy. That guy was unarmed,
Unarmed,
very
just
poor police force.
shambling through it.
Yeah, this epidemic doesn't end.
Is it?
First Raccoon City and then Ferguson.
Kenneth was killed too. Maybe by this creature.
So you said that at the intro, like this is your favorite Resident Evil game.
Yeah.
What, like, was this the first one you played? Do you like what's your other favorite Resident Evil games, and
No,
why
my-
is this your favorite?
My first Resident Evil game I played. Let me equip my guns. My favorite Resident Evil game, is Resident Evil 1. The first one I played was Resident Evil 2 because I heard like, oh, this game's great. I rented it at Blockbuster, and I was like terrified to play through and progress. And so like I didn't get very far. But then Resident Evil 1 was the first I bought. I got the greatest hits version like for Christmas. I still have this copy, and I just got absorbed in its world. Real fast, we'll check in with Wesker. Oh, he's not here. What?
Help me look for him, Jill. And don't leave
So
this hall
Wesker
for the
disappeared. He's up
time
to no
being.
good. But like, I don't know. I think it's because I own this game, so I was able to spend more time with it. But like, honestly, it's the world building, finding the notes, which is something we'll get into more. The story of it was so cool. Like as a kid, I loved horror movies. I loved Dawn of the Dead. I mean, I was playing like Mario on N64, but then you go to this. It's very dark. It's bloody, which is like crazy.
compared to like most other games during this era, it's like everything was very bright, vibrant.
Yeah, like Crash Bandicoot. This was something where I was actually terrified to. I was like scared to play it. Like I'd be afraid to like go into a room. There might be a zombie. Like I had this misperception as a kid that this game was impossible to beat. Wish there were subtitles so I could hear, but
Can't be helped.
basically the premise. Yeah, everyone knows the Resident Evil 1 story, but Albert Wesker disappeared. Now we gotta investigate the mansion. We'll split up. You know, let's just listen in real fast.
This mansion is gigantic. We could get into trouble if we get lost. We should start from the first floor, okay? And Jill, here's a lockpick. It might be handy if you, the master of unlocking, take it with you.
Classic line.
Classic, famous.
Thanks. Maybe I'll need it.
He's gonna go back and inspect that blood some more.
Maybe this is Chris's blood now.
Listen, if something happens, let's meet up in this hall. This
Good
How
animation.
would they know to meet up in the hall if something happens?
A big ass fucking gunshot or something spooky. Or maybe you get to the second floor and Barry's there. Who knows?
But also, speaking of like perceptions of difficulty as a kid, also hearing that you can only save a limited amount of times.
Yeah.
You could like blow it up in your head like, oh, what if I run out
Yeah.
of saves? In which it's like you don't ever really
There's a
do.
gun clip if I go back to that zombie, but just for the sake of time, I'm just gonna move forward. All right, I forget which thing I got to go to. Yeah, so like Resident Evil, as a kid, I was terrified because there was limited saves. Like you could like 4 hits and you die, and like there'd be trap doors and stuff. So it's like I would play this game with strategy guys and like go very slow, but I loved it. I was so engrossed. I need to get a map here. And yeah, just the exploration, like the different colors and everything. Oh, here's another really cheesy strat. Is like, I'm gonna go in here, there's a health item, I think. Spooky. Now this guy sucks ass because he'll like chew your foot on your way back. What's in this corner? Ink ribbons. You know what? Honestly, I don't need ink ribbons. I don't need to waste my inventory space on that. Because any save room will have, I'm not even gonna waste myself time and get kicked by that zombie. Any save room will have ink ribbons, so like if you're not like, now that I'm an adult, I know what to do. As a kid though, I'd pick up every ink ribbon. I would move so incrementally slow. Like I killed one zombie, go back to save room, save. I'd be terrified. Also, yeah, again, as a kid, I didn't know this game, so it took me so long. Whereas now I can clear through the DS version in like 2 hours.
Did you ever play do you think DS version is still the best version of this game?
I mean, if you want to play the old school version, the DS version's the best, just because, like, it's this, but no loading times with the doors. It's tough. If you're new to Resident Evil, like, I wouldn't necessarily recommend starting with this. Just get Resident Evil, like, HD. The remake is really good. The graphics are great. They retooled it. Oh my god. Fuck this puzzle. Hold on. I'll solve this.
Yeah, but for me personally, I owned this game growing up, and I had friends who loved it and beat it. But I never really beat it as a kid. I would always like mess around with it, but I never really got into it. And then I got super into Resident Evil with Resident Evil 4, and that's when I like went back and tried playing like Resident Evil 2, 3, and things like that. But it wasn't until the HD came out that I beat this game finally.
Yeah, I played it. I played this version. God, I was off by 1 pinch. Yeah, I'll take the damn map. Because I played the PlayStation version, and then I played Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3, and then when the GameCube version came out, it was like, holy shit, these graphics are great. And then they ported it to PS4, and it still looks great. I played the PS4 version last year, going through both Jill and Chris, and like, it was on PlayStation Plus. Like, that's a great game to play if you haven't played it. One of the best horror moments in video gaming is right here. So you're going through this hallway, it's spooky. You've seen zombies, like, oh man, maybe there'll be some more monsters. All right, gonna start walking. There's a skull. Is that a skull in there? That's dope. Creepy stuff. Creepy stuff. Creepy stuff.
Creepy stuff.
I like that. Okay, walking through this hallway. Nothing bad's gonna happen, right? Oh, what the GD? Also, these dogs suck ass just because they fucking don't stand still.
And they jump at you and they zigzag.
Booyah, killed him. Well, yeah, the first time you just run through because you're scared as hell. All right, god damn it. I mean, I guess I could save bullets and not shoot these dogs, which, shit, I'm wasting my bullets. All right, there's a clip under here. I gotta think which way I want to push it. Shit, I'm gonna try this way.
Try that way.
Booyah.
Hey.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna take some bullets. Booyah, all right. This is why I play beginner mode, so I get double the ammo. Not a beginner, but this is for everyone else.
No, speaking of that moment scared me so much as a kid. And isn't it Resident Evil 2 that has like the bats? Or
Resident
the
Evil
birds?
2 has zombies that'll pinch through the doors.
Yeah.
Resident Evil 2 also has a moment where the liquor shows up. Well, I like just close up on Jill. Very friendly. Yeah, I don't get the fuck these shoulder pads are. I'm gonna go through all these rooms. It's locked. a carving of an armor. Oh, you know, these separate keys. Also, like, the progression of Resident Evil, as a kid, it was like, I'm in this giant mansion, I don't know where the hell to go. When you play through them now, it's very easy. You have your map, and you just go through all the doors, and it'll kind of mark, like, if the door is locked, if you need to come back later. Like, it's very simple to figure out. But as a kid, it was just, like, overwhelming. And then you have to memorize all these keys and puzzles. But now it's just, like, I'm so used to this. Oh, yeah, the bathtub, which you can drain. Oh, no, not yet. Just filled.
Also, it's interesting now to, like, go back and look at this game and, like, realize how much Resident Evil 7, like, capitalized on it.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, perfectly recreated it in a sense.
Yeah, being in a giant spooky-ass house. Yeah, Resident Evil 7 was, like, the perfect blend of, like, having the old Discovery stuff of Resident Evil 1, having the combat of Resident Evil 4, while also pushing in a new direction. Resident Evil 7 was awesome.
Yeah. In all honesty, it might be, like, my second favorite Resident Evil game.
Oh, wow.
In all honesty, it might be my second favorite Resident Evil game.
My order goes Resident Evil 1, Resident Evil 2. I mean, you have to put Resident Evil 4 just because it's, like, so iconic. All right, here's a room. This is, you know, looks nothing out of the ordinary here. Wow, this camera angle is really high up. I wonder, oh, that's kind of weird. All right, whatever.
It's a tall ceiling.
Yeah. Honestly, I have a fondness for Code Veronica because I played that on PS2. I was just at the age where I was old enough to beat it, you know? So I think, honestly, Code Veronica might be my third favorite. But Resident Evil 4 is up there. I honestly like Resident Evil 5 a lot. Resident Evil 3 is kind of low for me just because, like, I don't know, I feel like the game's just kind of messy. Here's the shotgun. Wow, a brand new gun. I'll take this. I appreciate the shotgun only takes one inventory slot, whereas the older games. So, again, if you play through this as Chris, you're supposed to have an item here you put. I'm Jill. I'm naive. I don't, you know, I'm just going to go through. I got the
take
shotgun.
willy-nilly. It's fine.
Tapestry. Nothing unusual. All right, I got the shotgun. Now I'm going to leave. Kind of a hassle. I have to go through 2 rooms to get back, but that's totally fine. Oh, what the GD. The first time doing this as a kid, I was, like, pissed off. Because I spent, like, 2 hours getting to that point.
You hadn't saved in a bit.
Oh, here's this music. This is so scary. What the hell's going to happen? Oh, it's locked. What? Oh, no. Also, this took so long because I would go back and forth. I would mash its locked button. And every time you do that...
pause you.
Yeah. So, oh, no. But also, like, the game introduces the idea of just, like, okay, there's traps. There's puzzles. Oh, thankfully. What's going on? Those controllers rumbling like crazy. Jill!
Is that you, Jill?
He's
Who the
spazzing
fuck
out.
else would it be?
Barry, help me, please. The door won't open. Quick!
Good music, too.
Yeah, just these 2 notes.
Keep this door down. Hurry! This way!
Oh my god, dude. I love this. They switch it up. The music stops.
Just dead air.
Wow.
Oh, Barry!
That was too close. You were almost a Jill sandwich.
Best
You're
line
right.
reading in video
And
games.
there you go.
Barry, thanks for saving my life. But Barry...
Oh, Barry's up to no
didn't you
good
say
too. He
you're going
fucking
back
pawns
to
you
the
also. I love
dining
this
room to
game.
do
There's
some
so many
research?
double crosses. There's a
Why
very
on
good story.
earth are you here?
Yeah, Barry, what the hell? Did Whisker
I just
kidnap your
had something
family,
I
or-
wanted to check.
He was investigating
let's
some
get
blood.
back to searching for the lost captain and Chris.
Yeah, dude,
shall
Jill
we?
almost caught him in a web of lies. In Resident Evil 1, like, the story for its time was scary, but
you,
like
Barry.
convincing and cool. Cheesy now, but Resident Evil HD like upgrades the story. They add so much depth to it, and it still like pulls off. I'm gonna chase a beer. He's up to no good.
How do you feel about the tank controls in these old games?
I'm so used to it, like, because I play these games forever. I'm totally used to it. I have no problem with it. And even for its time, like, oh, spooky. I like this point of view, though. This is pretty tight. Yeah, I'm totally used to it, but I can't imagine if you're someone who's played Resident Evil 4, going to the old Resident Evils. Oh, what the hell? He's still alive. That must be so confusing and annoying. Oh, there's 2 zombies. Now, I know, like, if you're playing on regular mode, the pro way to play is just, like, dash through the zombies because you don't want to waste bullets.
Yeah.
But, yo, I got all the ammo I need. I like this animation just because you can stomp his head. Kick his head off. Like, that's tight as hell. And, yeah, progressing through the game, you just pinball through the different doors and just until one's open. Oh, is this the fucking crow puzzle?
Yes.
Do I even need to be here yet? Can I do this puzzle?
I don't know if you can. I remember this being later on in the game.
Alright, popped into that crow room. I'm not gonna fuck with that. I don't want to get pecked to death. I forgot how to do that puzzle. Probably going the wrong way. Oh, this takes me to the graveyard. I'm going the wrong way. That's alright. You know, you're exploring the mansion. What's up here? I want to collect some
This
shit.
is a true experience. Speaking of
Yeah, I don't want to be here yet. I don't
No,
have that
it's
key.
no.
Getting out of here.
of Resident Evil and like this whole era. I feel like this era revised like horror games because there's this like Silent Hill.
Yeah, Silent Hill, Parasite Eve, which Parasite Eve doesn't get like enough love. Those games are kind of goofy, but they're really good. Silent Hill is amazing. We'll definitely do Silent Hill in the future. But then there's a ton of like just random knockoffs. There's Alone in the Dark, which I've never played. There's like a ton of Alone in the Dark games. There's Clock Tower, which I haven't played, but I've heard that's really good.
I've played Clock Tower 3, but that's the only one I played.
Clock Tower 3 is directed by the guy who made Battle Royale.
Yeah, I liked it.
I want to play that. And then Capcom made a bunch of other games. There's like Haunting Ground, Rule of Rose, which is by a different company. But yeah, the whole like survival horror genre really got its boom with Resident Evil.
I think, didn't Fatal Frame start on PS1?
Fatal Frame is awesome.
Yeah,
Fatal Frame is on PS2. That game is great.
Fatal Frame is great.
All right, so I got the shotgun from Barry. Now I'm gonna keep roaming the halls. I don't even know which way I need to go.
So how old were you when you like got super sucked into this?
And this game, I got this game for Christmas probably like 99. So I think I was 8 years old. I don't know, I feel like was way into Resident Evil from like age of like 10, like around like age of 10 or 12. That's when I really loved like movies like Dawn of the Dead. Shaun of the Dead came out when I was like 13. The Dawn of the Dead remake with the director
Zack Snyder?
Yeah, Zack Snyder, which I loved. Oh my god, I'm totally going the wrong way. That's fine.
Did you see like the Resident Evil movies? Did you read the books at all?
Yeah, so that's also. Oh, I got the lock. I'm gonna go in here. The Resident Evil books is what helped me get really into the games, because like the games were so hard for me to beat. But S.D. Perry, oh man, I'm going the wrong direction. This is a really good walkthrough. This is how not to play the game. I'm just, hey, this is how I played the game as a kid.
Yeah, you're exploring.
I'm exploring around. I can't come here later until I have the music, the sheet music. All right, I'm coming back to grab the clip from this damn body. It's Kenneth. Oh man, yikes.
Yeesh.
I like how his head is dismembered. That zombie didn't do a good job of eating him. He's still alive.
The zombie died.
All right, I'll take the clips. Yeah, Barry Burton investigated the hell out of his blood. It's honestly quiet outside. Yeah, the S.D. Perry books is what drew me into the games, because as a kid, these were so hard to beat. I wasn't good at them. But the books allowed me to really read the story, get invested in it. I would also go on GameFAQs and read like all the files if I missed any files. S.D. Perry did like 6 or 7 books covering like Resident Evil 1, Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3, Code Veronica. I think she also did Resident Evil 0, but I was like tuned out at that point. But in between Resident Evil 1 and all the other games, she would do like Caliban Cove, Underworld, these like Resident Evil side stories. And I remember reading those in elementary school.
Like linking them all together?
Yeah, and just like further developing the world of Umbrella, and then Code Veronica came out, and it was just like I couldn't get enough of Resident Evil. And then the movies came out, and I liked the first one, but then I didn't care about the others, and then I kind of just like... Resident Evil 4 came out, and I didn't buy Resident Evil 4 for GameCube, I just rented it.
Did you ever get burnt out on Resident Evil? Because I feel like everyone's gone through like hims and haws.
Yeah, I think honestly, by the time Resident Evil 4 came out, I wasn't into Resident Evil anymore. I didn't play Resident Evil 4 at launch. I rented it on GameCube, but I didn't... Oh, I hope this blood isn't Chris's. Oh, the music's cool here. I didn't play Resident Evil 4 until the Wii version. Or like I didn't beat Resident Evil 4 to the Wii version. I had the GameCube version, but I just rented it halfway through, and then my disc reader stopped working, and I couldn't play disc 2. So like, yeah, Resident Evil 4 came out, but I was just out of Resident Evil at that point. Hell yeah. Oh, that's some spooky shit.
Yeah.
He's been pecked to death by crows. So here they introduced that crows are some bad boys. But yo, give me that bazooka. Yeah, crows are something that you shouldn't waste your time fighting. Although you could like take your knife out.
Hey, bazooka
though. I'm stocked up as hell. Yeah, bazooka though. Might as well. These fucking crows. But the crows scared me as hell too. They sucked in Resident Evil 2 also.
Crows are just scary in like fucking real life.
Yeah. The Raven. Alright, got the bazooka, got the shotgun. Now I just need to figure out which direction to go to.
I don't remember. But yeah, so you eventually did beat Resident Evil 4. Did you like... Are you like cool with Resident Evil 4, 5, 6?
I like... Oh god. Fuck, I don't have all these keys. I love Resident Evil... Oh shit. Oh man.
Oh, you're gonna get...
No. Get out of here. Good thing I have a first aid spray. And a shotgun. Which I just use. Alright. Yeah, people have issues with like Resident Evil 5, but I like... played Resident Evil 5 more than Resident Evil 4. Because Resident Evil 5, you could like chapter select, upgrade, play with co-op on Xbox Live. Resident Evil 6 sucks. Revelations is fine. Revelations is fine. Revelations 2 is mediocre, but I still had fun with it. But yeah, I like Code Veronica. I don't like Gun Survivor or any of the spin-offs. I never played the Game Boy game.
You ever play Outbreak?
Outbreak! Oh my god,
Outbreak's
I played a lot of Outbreak.
Outbreak's great.
Did you play Outbreak?
Yeah.
Did you play online?
Yes.
Oh, okay, awesome. Yeah, I played. That's right. So I wasn't really into Resident Evil 4 because that came out a little bit after. But I played a lot of Resident Evil Outbreak. I would go on GameFAQs and we would use Ventrilo. I would team up with random people. I was like, yeah, probably 12 or 13. I would team up with random people and play Resident Evil Outbreak, and that was like the best game. And I really wish Capcom would bring that back to PS4 with online support. I own Outbreak, but like, yeah, you can't play it
feel like Outbreak kind of gets a bad rap, or people don't really like talk about it. Because I feel like a lot of people who try to play it just try and play it solo, like it's a real Resident Evil game, but they don't realize what it was back in the day.
Oh, it was amazing.
Yeah.
It's like, because also you're playing internationally with players, like there was like a score aspect if you beat the game, and there's a ton of like unlockables, concept art, weapons, characters. You had different characters you could play as.
Yeah.
Oh man, I would love to do Outbreak if we can figure out like a way.
Yeah, it had
to,
like a huge cast. Like it was great.
You could communicate online. Like that game was really fun, and playing with it through Vinchel with GameFAQs was really good too. But yeah, so my favorite Resident Evil is Resident Evil 1, Resident Evil 2. And then I guess technically Resident Evil 4. But what's your favorite Resident Evil?
My favorite Resident Evil is probably 4. I think I've beaten that on every platform it's come out on. I think honestly I beat that game like 20 or 30 times.
Holy shit.
Like a crazy amount. I love that game to death. There was a time where I had a PS2 because I went through a phase where I sold all my video games back. And I had a time in my life where I had a PS2 and the only games I had were Resident Evil 4 and Metal Gear Solid 2. So I just played those games over and over and over and over. But Resident Evil 4 is my favorite. After that, probably Resident Evil 7, in all honesty. I think it's great. And then after that, probably Resident Evil 2. And then Resident Evil, then probably Code Veronica. And then probably
I
Outbreak.
don't need my damn knife. One thing I love too is the item boxes. So like I did a sketch like a few years ago on YouTube called I think it's just called Umbrella's Item Box, but the whole bit is about how like that's the Umbrella scientists who created the item box in Resident Evil. Because one thing I love with Resident Evil is how convoluted, like, just like the environment is oh, you need to, go here. You need to, like, collect this key to unlock this door, but then you have to grab, like, the tiger's eye. I'm going to save just in case I die.
You need to pay this jewel in this thing.
Yeah, it's like, it's so convoluted. So like, the whole sketch is just like, oh, yeah, what's the life of an average Umbrella employee if you just want to, like, go to your car? Like, I don't know. So it's a good sketch. Check it out. But, like, I just like the environment of this game because it's so impractical. All these hallways, all these traps. But that's what's really cool is in Resident Evil, the HD remake, they have all this backstory for like the creator of the Umbrella Mansion and how he hired this architect to make traps. Like they kind of retconned it to explain why Resident Evil is so convoluted and goofy. And so like that's what's so charming about it. It's just like you're in this mansion, but it's so goofy and spooky. It's like the Haunted Mansion at Disneyland. Like there's all these traps, and as you get deeper in the game, there's laboratories, like there's underground tunnels. There's the
sharks.
Like it's just so goofy and cool.
And there's even what is it? There's the architects who built this mansion are featured in Resident Evil 7. Like they have a book on the shelf in the house.
Hell yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
RE7's good.
Like I love like even though like it got super ridiculous with Resident Evil 5 and Resident Evil 6, I love Resident Evil's like convoluted plot linking them all together and stuff like that. I think it's super charming.
All right.
That door is huge.
Yeah, it's a big ass door. I need the lighter. All right. And I'm totally lost, but we'll keep going down and scoping it out.
Barry!
Jill, what's going on? Any clues?
I'm lost as hell,
No,
Barry. Help me.
but something's wrong with this house.
Whoa. This hall is dangerous.
Jesus.
Maybe it's better to secure our escape route first. There must be a back door somewhere. Let's try to find it first, shall we?
Oh shit, the clown?
Pennywise.
Okay, let's separate again.
Just a moment. I found something.
What is it?
It's a weapon. It's
That's dialogue.
really powerful.
I love it.
Especially against living
I also
things.
like they're
Better
in
take it with you.
a giant mansion
But how
and Barry
about
is
you, Barry?
shouting. Like
Yeah.
its room is covered with monsters. They're gonna come
Yes.
get you.
Wait a minute.
Thank you.
Wait a minute.
I'll take
The thing I
this
love
then.
about bad voice acting like this, it's got this very DIY feel. Like it just feels like, oh, your friends could have done this.
Yeah, they made this shit in Japan. It's just like, all right, fuck it. Who speaks English? Wait a minute.
Whoa.
All right, good thing Barry. I was kind of lost, but we came out to the room. Good old the B man helped us. Where did B man go to?
Fallen Bear.
Oh, I know where to go to now.
He's gonna be looking at blood.
Yeah, I hope this isn't Chris's blood. Oh man, that zombie. You know what? I ain't gonna waste my time. Here's one of the GD jewels I need to get the tiger's eye. Oh, F this guy up.
I mean, you got like 100 bullets.
I got so many bullets. I like how man. I used to have one of the zombie action figures. They're so blocky. You know, I don't like the zombies getting too close to me. I'm sure there's like pro Resident Evil players who are mad because of how like wasting ammo going the wrong direction. But you know what? This is real shit.
Yeah.
This is real gamer shit.
This is like, hey, if you first play this game, you don't know what to do.
Yeah.
You know where you're going.
I haven't played this game in like The last time I played this game, like old OG Resident Evil 1, was when I was playing it on DS 10 years ago. And I got to like, yeah, I could beat the game in 2 hours, and now it's been so long, it's like, oh, I forget. Alright, so I knocked that jewel, I can pick that up later, but I'm getting that now. There's one part I want to get to. Oh yeah, alright, now we're talking. Look at all these GD zombies.
One thing that's super cool about Resident Evil, especially like these older games, that each room was so detailed and like told its own story.
Totally.
And like, I feel like, I mean, it's like people like talk shit all the time now about the environmental storytelling, where like blood written on walls, like shoot him in the legs, go this way. But I feel like Resident Evil is still one of those games and series that does it well.
Yeah, each room is so like distinct. You know, like there's the crow room with all the paintings. Like there's the library. Like each room has its own like love and attention to it. And even like theme music will change. I know the save room's down there. I just want to see what's over here. And like, oh, key cover. You don't know the pass number. I like how the game restricts you from cheesing it by like, you don't know the pass number. We know you haven't gotten there yet in the progression.
You haven't gone there.
Well, even the lights and all the hand painted backgrounds. Like this is dope.
Would you say like this is like one of your favorite video game environments to explore?
Well, yeah, because it's just the whole the mystique of the mysterious mansion, and again how unconventional it is. There's locked doors, secret pathways, and again like when it comes to environmental storytelling, like Resident Evil for me, I think was I know there was adventure games like even Day of the Tentacle where you're finding little things like this, but like just being so scared, but then the game telling its story through notes and stuff that you would find. Pro strats, I'm not gonna kill that zombie. Even going into the save room, the music shifts, and it's like, okay, shh, it's okay.
Like you felt totally immersed, like you are here, like you're in this space.
Yeah, like, oh shit, ink ribbon. I'm gonna take the ink ribbon. I'm gonna save.
Save that game.
Finding notes in the game would always add to the story, and like I would like read them. Like nowadays, I don't care about audio logs. I don't care about notes. I don't care about emails. Like Remedy's most recent game, Quantum Break Quantum Leap, whatever the fuck that game was called. Honestly, was like pretty obnoxious because there were so many emails and stuff going on that was just like I don't care. Just let me play the game and have fun. We'll save. Actually, I'm not gonna save.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of like games like that who like shove it in your face constantly. There's like you got a new thing.
There's too much like stuff now. Whereas in Resident Evil, you savor every little detail. Like, oh shit.
Well, like with Resident Evil, and like I think a game series that still does this well is the new Deus Ex games, because they never shove it in your face. But if you find a hidden room off to the center, you can read the computer if you want, and like, oh, you get a little piece of story.
And especially, this is always pissing me off. Also,
you're just standing there.
Oh no, Gone Home does it really well. Like Gone Home, like again, similar to Resident Evil, you're in this big house, and the game starts like, oh, is this gonna be spooky? And it turns out to be harmless. But like they use notes and voiceover. Firewatch does it too. Like there's some games that do it really well. The Last of Us, like that was a game where every room, every like house told a story and was so good. And like Last of Us wouldn't exist without Resident Evil. Like whereas Capcom screwed up with Resident Evil, Last of Us like reinvented the formula. They made it like fun. Similar to Resident Evil 4, we were escorting a girl, but it's just like they switched up so much, whereas Resident Evil got stale with 6 and Revelations. But then 7, they mixed it up again. And 7, again, great environmental storytelling.
Yeah, and again, I like didn't really care at all about the story in the last couple of Resident Evil games, but in 7, same thing. I was reading everything.
Yeah. Also, like, here dudes with their lab coats, like, you know, you're still just in the house. Also, can you imagine the first time you're playing this? You don't know what about Umbrella. You don't know Umbrella yet. You don't know what's going on.
You don't know the twists and turns about Barry or Wesker.
No, none of this stuff. It's all new. You're just in this spooky house. And then you get to you go outside. Oh, here's the tiger eye where I needed to get the jewel from that statue I blocked. But yeah, the one thing I want to show off in terms of environmental storytelling is, we'll get here in a second. This also, I think this is my favorite thing about this game, other than the live-action FMV sequence, is the Keeper's Diary. So talking about environmental storytelling, nothing special. Oh, there's a clip here. Yeah, I'll take these bullets.
Your gun empty.
Oh yeah. Oh man, I gotta reload. Pro strats, I can reload here. Also, my favorite thing is you can check the guns. I like this was really cool as a kid. So here's like this 3D like polygon, which again, if you're used to playing sprites, like whoa, look at this gun, this is so tight. You can flip stuff, and then Resident Evil would get fancy, like, you know, you'd have to like flick a switch on a puzzle box to open it. Like they would get really fancy with it. But I love that every single item you pick up has a 3D model that you can flip around and spin. Here's the first note you find in this game. My favorite story, like this is so dumb, but like, oh yeah, here you kill this guy. The zombie. Why was that zombie in the closet? How did he end up there? Maybe that's where he passed away and died. Here's all his lab coats.
Hey, it's kind of like a cat, you know, they hide away.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Shotgun ammo. Booyah, don't even have the shotgun equipped. But that's okay. All right. Let's read this. Why was there a zombie there? Keeper's Diary. May 9th, 1998. At night, we played poker with Scott the guard. Alias and Steve were the researcher. Was his bruiser's name Alias? Wow, it's like James Cameron stuff. Steve was really lucky, but I think he was cheating. What a scumbag. Already, this guy doesn't trust his employees, doesn't like it. May 9th, 1998. Also, this game takes place in September, so this is a few months before, but I love you seeing this progression of the story, the progression of the Outbreak. Today, a high-ranking researcher asked me to take care of a new monster. Looks like a gorilla without any skin. They told me to feed them live food. When I threw in a pig, they were playing with it, tearing off the pig's legs and pulling out the guts before they actually ate it. You're getting his disgust. What is he working on? Do I want to work here? What is
kind of
this?
animal is that?
May 11th. Around 5 o'clock this morning, Scott came in and woke me up suddenly. He was wearing a protection suit that looks like a spacesuit. He told me to put on one as well. I heard there was an accident in the basement lab. It's no wonder. Those research never rest, even at night. Whoa, they're doing research? We're in a mansion. What? May 12th. I've been wearing this annoying spacesuit since yesterday. My skin grows musty and feels very itchy. By way of revenge, I didn't feed those dogs today. Now I feel better. Already it's just like
something's happening to him.
He's something's happening to him. He's kind of neglecting his job. Oh, stuff's gonna happen with the staff. May 13th, I went to the medical room because my back is all swollen and feels itchy. They put a big bandage on my back and the doctor told me I did not need to wear the spacesuit anymore. I guess I can sleep well tonight. So it's like you're reading this story, but already it's like I love this so much because it reminds me of Stephen King's short stories. Specifically, there's a Stephen King short story called Survivor Type, which I'll link in the show notes. Survivor Type is a story about a drug smuggler who's a doctor whose ship crashes and he's on an island by himself. And he leaves a diary just saying, this is what's happening to me. And you hear him deteriorate over time and get kind of crazy. And when I read Survivor Type, I immediately thought, oh, fuck, that's where they got, like, the structure of it's a diary. And all these notes were short stories, and they were so engrossing, and you would imagine it. Like, you don't see the researcher putting on the hazmat suit, but you can imagine that. You imagine the poker game. As a kid, this was so vivid to me. Anyways, he doesn't need to wear the spacesuit anymore. Also, I know, I'm familiar with the concept of zombies and Dawn of the Dead, so as a kid, it's like, oh shit.
Yeah, something's happening.
When I woke up this morning, I found another blister on my foot. It was annoying, and I ended up dragging my foot as I went to the dog's pen. They've been quiet since morning, which is very unusual. I found that some of them had escaped. Oh shit. He didn't feed them. They got so hungry they escaped. This is it. The outbreak's starting. May 15th, even though I didn't feel well, I decided to go see Nancy. It's my first day off in a long time, but I was stopped by the guard on the way out. They say the company has ordered that no one leave the grounds. I can't even make a phone call. What kind of joke is this? Boom, Umbrella's doing lockdown, you can't escape.
Containment.
May 16th, heard a researcher who tried to escape from the mansion was shot last night. My entire body feels burning and itchy at night. When I was scratching the swelling on my arm, a lump of rotten flesh dropped off. What the hell is happening to me? Again, as a kid, that was so vivid.
It's so gross.
That was awesome. May 19th, 1998. Fever gone but itchy. Hungry and eat doggy food. Itchy, itchy. Scott came. Ugly face so killed him. Tasty. You see his language deteriorating. May. And then the last entry. 4. Itchy. Tasty. And it's like, there is a short story that's like, doesn't hit as much as like Stephen King does. But it's just like, as an 8-year-old reading this shit, this wasn't like Wayside Story or like Captain Underpants. This was like horror. And again, I didn't, now I love Stephen King and I devour it, but it's like, as a kid being exposed to this, is like, this spoke so much to me.
This is like this humanized the zombies.
Yeah, and it's just like, okay, so there's a world beyond just the stuff you're seeing on the screen. And so yeah, when it comes to immersion, it's like, that was it. Just reading that diary was like, okay, here's the story you're getting as a kid, playing the game itself. But then you read these notes, and it's just like, oh, and that was a way for the developers to flesh out their backstory. Like, that, to me, that was like the coolest thing. I didn't play Final Fantasy on PlayStation as a kid, but I played like Metal Gear Solid, and that's another thing. They used codec calls. Metal Gear Solid and Resident Evil for me were the ones that just like totally immersed me in space. When I played Metal Gear 2, it was like, oh, I was on Big Shell. And yeah, so Keeper's Diary, finding all these notes, like, it's awesome. And then I unlocked it, and now I can pick up the jewel from the statue, go to the Tiger's Eye, put the jewel inside the Tiger's Eye, that'll give me a crest, put the crest over here, that'll give me a key, and then the key unlocks more parts of the castle, and I can run around. And then after the castle, I can go outside, use the hand crank, and get up there, and then I'm in the laboratories, and then yada yada yada. I have to kill a snake, a boss, all this crazy, gnarly bullshit.
Kill a plant.
One other detail, the last detail I'll show off. You know what? Actually, I'm done with Resident Evil. I don't want to go and inspect Umbrella, do any of the spooky stuff. Let's just get out of here. I think I'm done playing Resident Evil. Let's just take the easy way out. Bruce, it's just a video game. It's just a video game.
Okay.
It's not real. It's not real. We're not in that mansion. We're not in Raccoon City. We're far away. Jill is going to take care of it. They're going to neutralize the infection.
Yeah.
It'll all be safe. Citizens of Raccoon City, you're fine. Whew. It's just a video game, and a pretty good one at that. This is Resident Evil Director's Cut. Came out in 97, just a few months after the original version came out in 96. This game is so influential. It spawned a whole series, Resident Evil. It spawned survival horror. The voice acting, the FMVs, it's so cheesy and cute and endearing and charming. I love it. Although it hasn't aged perfectly well, but it's still a classic. I love this game. I'm going to give it a thumbs up.
And for me as well, I'm also just going to give it a thumbs up. It's still a modern classic. If you've never experienced it, it's still kind of worth checking out, but it has aged a little roughly, especially the tank controls. Can be
I'm
really,
a fan. I'm a fan.
It'd be really hard to get used to if you didn't grow up playing those kind of games, but there are better versions out there.
Yeah, so honestly, if you want to experience the original PS1 version of Resident Evil Deadly Silence is awesome because you can just press start through the door loading animations, which cuts out like 3 hours of your life. So I recommend Deadly Silence. Like, this is a game, it's such a breeze to play through. Like, I really recommend it. Also, the version on PS4, PC, and GameCube, that version is like definitive.
Yeah.
There's nothing cheesy about it. The graphics are gorgeous, even if you're playing the original GameCube version. Resident Evil HD, amazing. That's like the definitive Resident Evil 1 to play if you haven't played it.
They've made like tweaks to the story to
they
more,
expanded it
flesh
so
it
more.
out.
It's juicy playing both Chris and Jill.
And also they
Awesome.
sell the Ordinance Collections, which is Resident Evil Remade and Resident Evil Zero,
yeah.
and it's only $20 for both games.
So check that out if you've never played a Resident Evil. Also in the chat, let us know what's your favorite Resident Evil. Mine's number 1.
Mine's gonna be number 4.
But yeah, let's get some discourse going. Also, if you're a reader and in for a scare, check out Resident Evil: The Umbrella Conspiracy by S.D. Perry. We'll put a link in the chat below. This is cheesy, but it's good. Also, George Romero of Dawn of the Dead, he did write a Resident Evil screenplay. I'll include a link to that. Lots of goodies to check into and dig into if you're a Zed head, if you're a zombie fan. But also, let's take a look at our emails.
You've got mail.
After that legal nightmare, we put a request out for tons of fan art, and our inbox was flooding. We're going to take a look at some pieces that we got throughout the next few weeks. First off, we have this beautiful Coke ad from Walter, kind of capturing the Top Skater sponsorship vibe of Coca-Cola. Thank you so much. I'd like to see this on billboards all across the country.
Yeah, I personally love it. I mean, Coke, if you're watching out there, just use this at your free will. Frank and I can be your new
just give us like thousands of dollars per week, since Britney Spears was like a Pepsi model in the 90s, so
we'll be like the counter to that.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's bring that to America. Thank you so much, Coke. Neil, the overachiever, drew us this beautiful fan art of us skating. You're blading. I like this. This is legitimately really good.
I love that he captured my blading aesthetic. I'm a blader. He's a skater.
You're a fruit booter.
Yeah, hey, everyone's got their own taste. You can call me whatever you like. I'm going faster than you.
That's dope as hell. I like that. Coca-Cola, you should pay us for that picture too. Pay for his hard work. I'm not going to give him any money.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to give him
Hey,
money.
I'm giving him free content to watch on our YouTube channel.
Yeah, we're already providing years and years of content.
But Coca-Cola, you're so rich. Kick some money to Neil for our sponsorship. And I guess Walter, because he designed the billboard ad too. Saving the best for last on this episode, we got one from Doomfella.
Yo, this is the best one. As an art critic, I can say this is...
This answers the question is, what if Tommy Pickles grew up and became a skateboarder? This is awesome. It's Sega, Coca-Cola, Vans. Dude, trifecta of sponsorships.
Everything
We're going to get
so
rich off
He's
this
even
picture.
got that Pennywise shirt going.
Dude, this is awesome.
Beautiful.
I love this. Doomfella, you win fan art of the month. I'm going to give that award out. Thank you so much for your fan art submissions. We'll keep looking at more in future episodes. We can only show so much each week. But please send us an email at thecomputershow@gmail.com if you'd like to ask us questions about video games, movies, books, whatever. We are critics. We are well-versed
Life
in
advice,
everything.
anything you want.
Anything you want. You can also follow me on Twitter. I'm at Frank Howley.
And I am _Bruceums.
Check us out. Check out the links below. We're going to be playing spooky games all month long. Real creepy stuff. And again, let us know what your favorite Resident Evil game is. And stay scared. And we'll see you at the computer.